It's been the defensive issues that they've had. They've also had to deal with a couple of injuries, late injuries. Alex Iwobi with Ademola. Lots of space here. The pitch looks pristine out here today. Through ball just goes right past Darren Kadari, but also the defender and out of bounds for a goal kick. Fabulous player, of course, still playing in Italy for Atalanta. His 32nd match playing for Nigeria. Former Everton, Fulham and Leipzig in Germany. Player, when they light up, when they're on form, that you don't see better footballers racing down the wings, of course, with Moses Simon on the other side, who's equally as swift and very slick on the ball. And that's a decent through ball, that is, to Osimhen. Picks it up with loads of space on the left-hand side. Al-Qadari's there, but it's been pulled back, maybe not the right pass. And he's lead out with by the Lesotho midfield. And a good little victory over on that side by Moko Koane. Again, the decent through ball right through the middle. It's been shot coming in from that man, Lookman. And straight to the goalkeeper, Sakwani. Well, they mean business. Something that's been discussed, of course, you know, but they had some really good training sessions. And that was the through ball. Good control there from Lookman. Fires it in, maybe a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. He did put a bit of force on it, but I thought maybe a pass could have been a better option on that occasion. But in any case, I think they're just underlining the importance of pushing forward, making life quite complicated for their opponents right from the start. And the foundation and the way in which they'll play to try and break down Lesotho will be crucial as they move forwards. And having played out that 1-1 draw, they went down against Lesotho with Makwanazi scoring the goal. Of course, it was cancelled out by Samuel Ajayi. A little flick there from Ademola Lookman, but it wasn't the right one. Al-Qadari coming back to try and retrieve. And it goes all the way back to Nwabali, Stanley Nwabali, the goalkeeper today. Should be United, based here in South Africa. Frederick, over to the right-hand side. Here's Moses Simon cutting inside. Look at the fancy footwork. Trying to keep the ball at his feet, but just loses possession. Sarah Mutaban going down. No foul. Back over to Calvin Massey. Onyemaechi, that's a good through ball. Alex Iwobi tries to get past the goalkeeper. He's still got the ball at his feet, but gets a touch off Sakwani, but a little bit unfortunate there. Didn't realise that it was following him, and then he turned around and realised that it was still in his possession with the goalkeeper beaten, but too late, over the line. End of story. Sakwani with the goal kick. It will be good ball to the flag has gone up and the whistle has been blown as well, but you can just understand the communication and the connection. That's what they want when Osimhen is playing well. Oh, he's on the right side of the player, so that was a good run, in fact. And when he's busy and when he's ready, he does put in some fabulous shifts, of course, on the pitch. We've seen him do it so many times in the past. A little bit less for the national team, but think we can talk about Napoli, we can talk about Galatasaray as well, and you know, just the incredible goal-scoring ability and what he does up front, because he's got such incredible control and wonderful scoring skills. No foul from Frederick. Iwobi, touch over to Onyemechi. Keep you updated with the other matches that are taking place tonight. Of course, there's 3 games all kicking off at the same time, which makes for quite an entertaining scenario, because with South Africa and Benin both on 14 points and Nigeria on 11, of course, there's no room for error here for the Super Eagles. Got to win both of their games. There's the high ball coming into the penalty area, taken well by Sekoane. And he gets them well over Tolu Orokadare, who's the big man that I like to talk about, of course, who's capable of rising up and beating pretty much anybody in the air. Free kick for Lesotho. 2 matches that are taking place tonight. Rwanda are taking on Benin. And of course, Rwanda on 11 points. They cause an upset. They go join Benin and South Africa on 14 points, depending on what South Africa do, of course. And then the Zimbabwe up against South Africa. And then match day 10, Lesotho, Zimbabwe, South Africa, Rwanda, and Nigeria up against Benin. That will take place at the Godswill Fabio International Stadium in Uyo, which is going to be absolutely bouncing, but it really depends on this result here and how they get on. Scored 9 goals throughout the campaign in the 8 matches that they played, and which is less than at South Africa and Benin. South Africa have got 12 and Benin have got 11. So it might just come down to the wire. We will not have a outright winner here in this group at the end of today. Just to give you an idea of the scenario, we'll have to wait. This is going to go right down to the final game of Group C. Well, of course, the docking of 3 points by FIFA for South Africa for fielding the ineligible player Teboho Mokoena in that match against Lesotho in March that they won 2-0 has really just given Nigeria a boost. But the other boost that has been confirmed is that because of Eritrea withdrawing from this qualifying campaign, because the Federation were worried that their players would seek asylum while travelling to other countries, has had a knock-on effect, because it just means that every team that finishes, just look at this opportunity, gets flicked forward and finally cleared by Lesotho through the midfield. Good chance for a counter-attack here. The right-hand side is Matt Stout. Picked up once again by Lookman, goes out of bounds. Is that in the fight for those precious 4 places, because the 4 second-best teams, the best placed second-place teams across the 9 groups will in fact go into a small competition, 2 semi-finals, final, and then the winner of that little CAF competition will go into an intercontinental playoff competition as well. So there's a chance of 10 teams making it through. But as I mentioned, because of Eritrea's withdrawal of the competition before it started, the team that finishes 6th, all the results against the 6 teams in each of the group will be deducted. So it means that there's so much that can happen in the battle for one of those four precious second place teams. If you catch my drift, there you go, I'm done. 10.5 minutes gone, and the ball comes over the top. You can see there was a chance. It's Osimhen unable to just get his foot on the ball, control it, work his magic. Become extremely recognisable, of course, you know, following the injury to his face and the mask that's still being worn by the front man. Great to see him fit again, Victor Osimhen. He is hot property when it comes to scoring goals for club and country. And as I said, you put him, if he's on fire, then the team will most definitely produce fireworks on the pitch. Good ball down the left-hand side, picked up by Lookman. There's the delivery, far post, there's a headed chance from Joluana Kadari, but he couldn't really get it down and steer it in towards goal. Good call from Lookman. Ademola Lookman just in the right position, puts on that right foot. He gets up quite well as well. There's Osimhen just the other side of the defender, but there he is, the coach of Nigeria. January 2025 was when he joins up with the Super Eagles after a spell with from Finley George. Osimhen wants to take that quickly, but there's no one there to come and help him out. Finally, everybody's coming into position. Alex Iwobi, long range shot coming in. The drive is low, but it's hit with quite a lot of power. Then straight at the goalkeeper Sekwani. No fuss for him to stall and prevent it from going further. Right to say Samuel and forward Cyril Dester both ruled out from the initial squad. Zaidu Sanusi getting a call up. Spain-based forward Jerome Mako Adams scheduled. They arrived on Wednesday. Soto on the attack. A little bit of a shove in the back from Trusticon. And Tabanso goes down. Dangerous player, Tabanso. He's already scored in a win over Zimbabwe on match day 3. Holds the ball up really well, and if he doesn't get bundled over from a defender, but can score goals as well. Nigeria must be alert at the back. Dealt with by the captain. Matsao with his following header, picked up by Lookman. Very quick ball that goes through. Oh my word, you've got to be careful. Osimhen nearly gets there. Sekwani clears the danger. And it was down on the ground, it was flying through, and it came with plenty of velocity, to say the least. And he has pace, Osimhen. Offside position, so he's come back, and it will be a throw-in. Just have a look at this again. Obviously, there will be through ball. The goalkeeper's out of his penalty box, so he can't handle it. Forced to clear it. Does a good job, just in time. Didi. Former NAC Boys player playing in the Nigerian Premier League. Still playing for Foxes of Leicester City and Besiktas in Istanbul. A little bit too fast and overcooked there for Bruno Onyemachi. 18th match for Bruno Onyemachi, 26 years of age and good career. We'll start off with Owari. We'll talk about some of the teams from Nigeria, of course. A lot of these players have had stints back home, of course, before moving. That's a firm challenge there from Tabanso. He's in a bit of pain, isn't he, Calvin Bassey? That's not good. Him going straight in. What's this? The knee, I think. Well, no, it's just because he fell quite hard. There's something underneath his back. I'm not too sure. Yeah, so he's fallen on the foot of Chabanso. Strong guy, thumbs up. That's good. Victor Osimhen. Happy to see one of his warriors back up on his feet. Calvin Bassey. Down in a 14th position. Alexa will be there as well, of course, and a bit more troublesome for Tono Crocodiles team. Wolverhampton Wanderers. Look at the bottom of the Premier League at the moment. Is Alex Iwobi. 17 minutes gone here in the Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane. Nigeria applying the pressure. Good work from Onyemachi just to get the ball out to Lookman. Oh, shows a little bit too much of that for Tabanso, and the experienced forward, quick to pounce. It's Motabang who's collected it. There's too many options. It does come out wide. That's a good, decent ball that comes out wide to pick up Malani. The right pass, giving the ball away. This is just Nigeria picking up passes that really should be going to players. Lookman, Onyemachi. With a thumping victory, they managed to beat Seychelles 7 goals to 0 earlier. Is Alex Iwobi picking it up, and I'll give you an update of the other matches in a minute. This is Lookman trying to get past his man. Will he get his shot in? Oh, there's 3 players just surrounding him, and he didn't really make his call. I think he pulled a shirt. He was left a little bit frustrated, having not produced anything from that little run. Went up, and Jane Tabanso and Matlama FC is picked out. There we go. That's the right call. True stick on, just obviously reading the situation very well, and right across to the linesman, who reacted immediately. Actually, that's a long ball. It's not. It's a little bit too far for Alex Iwobi, but again, the idea is good. Sometimes it's a little bit too strong, a little bit too firm. Great work over on the far side. That's good work from Frederick. Lesotho on the attack. Ball down into the corner. No, that was the right one. Look, that's gone too far. On out of play. It's going to be a goal kick. Great chance. The ball comes across and it's been cleared at the front post by Tarang Lalane, and it's going to be a corner. But moving down that right side, ever so dangerous. Moses Simon, of course, getting himself involved. Lookman on the one side. They switch. They can cause all sorts of issues for any team. Now they're going to come back, Lesotho, and just park up at the back and try and prevent any of these big guys from getting in the way. They're latching onto this, and Arakadari, Osimhen, they'll be queuing up. Captain Trusticon is where Nigeria also needs to make sure that they've got cover at the back with a quick counter. Rescue, and it's around Splinter. Basti, Trusticon, and Kadari. So, as soon as it arrived, Odiamechi lost it into the penalty area again. It's just solid goalkeeping from Sekoane. It's a little bit illegal. I mean, what a handful. Any defence trying to deal with Tolu Arakadari, well, they've got to be very vigilant. But they've also got to try and be pretty firm and strong, because he's a very big guy, isn't he? He's trying to get the block in, and referee not happy with that. Haji Mohamed of Chad. Murad Sekoane. Trying to get the ball rolling as quickly as possible. Odiamechi. That's a good attempt to try and thread the ball through. Montabang was ready to shift into top gear. Zimbabwe, South Africa, we don't have any goals scored just yet, 20 minutes in. The same scenario for Rwanda and Benin. They've got a fabulous goal game between Gabon and Gambia. Yeah, Aubameyang scoring 4 goals in that 4-3 win over the Gambia. DR Congo getting 3 points against Togo as well. Country of the wonderful forward. That's a decent. It's come too far, isn't it? They're just flying over the top and towards Sekoane, who's just a great goalkeeper. He's doing everything right, but can't do anything about that. Manu Adebayor is going to say for Togo, but yeah, DR Congo getting the points. That will put them in a good position. So Tomi only holding Tunisia. Tunisia already qualified. That's a little through ball there to Osimhen, and finally it's Sekoane. You've got to take advantage of Osimhen's electric pace, because you set him up and you give him the right pass. He's going to get behind that defence before they can even bat an eyelid, and then afterwards he races onto that, but it's so close to the goalkeeper that they're not really exploiting that space behind the defensive line. They're hitting it too hard or lacking accuracy. That's been picked up. Lookman. And again, the pass is poor from the Atalanta man. 25 minutes in. So far, we've 4 4 North African giants who have qualified, with Algeria joining Tunisia, Morocco and Egypt. Just last night with their 3-0 victory over Somalia. Trustakon over to the right side. There you go. Nice little run there from Frederick. Decides not to use him. Onimachi. Ndidi. The ball around nicely, but it won't be this time on the right side. He'll cover lots of ground. That's too strong, isn't it? That's not the right ball there from Ndidi. They need to just... They're overcooking their passes, one. And it's just not... They're not making the right passes. They have to rectify that, Nigeria, if they want to get themselves goals. Lesotho will just soak up this pressure and deal with it. They'll try and catch out Nigeria and their defence, knowing that they've had issues in the past. No goal against South Africa throughout the campaign, and then defensive disasters, conceding last-minute goal in a counter-attack against Zimbabwe, of course, in that 1-1 draw. These are the kind of scenarios that they just want to avoid, but Lesotho and Leslie Notsi would have done their homework. They know that Nigeria, not the best campaign that they've had, but they're still strong contenders to also battle for one of the lucrative spots left, depending on the other results. A slip-up from Benin or South Africa would obviously favour the Super Eagles, but we're not there yet, of course, because goalless all the way around for the 3 clashes that we've got that kicks off at the same time. Just, 27 minutes ago. Bassi. Back to Wabali. A little bump there, and Maloney down on the ground. Good Lookman gets past his man, does really well to deal with Wakanate. There's the it's taken a different, took a touch, I think. A strange clearance there, and Victor Osimhen coming out of his goal as well, so there's just opportunities here. Here's Lookman. Alex Iwobi. Frederick. On loan from Brentford FC. The Dender in Belgium. Picked up, there's the high ball, far post. Osimhen trying to get on the end of it. It's a downward header, look at that. I mean, that was very courageous and risky, but a little bit of contact from Lookman, just knocking over the Lesotho player. Free kick on Tabang Malani. The only player in this starting 11 who's based over the border to the west. And of course to Namibia, playing for Africa Stars. Great to see some of the fans that are here. South African fans coming here, also some Nigerians and Lesotho supporters as well. A little bit of a mix. Alex Iwobi using Nwabili. Nwabili just getting in. There's a good ball up to the right-hand side. This is dangerous, this is, with Simon. Simon, there's a big lofted cross. It's Osimhen. He tries to get the ball back, and he was on his own, trying to just set up. And I don't really know what that was, because maybe he should have gone from some. Sometimes you've got to be greedy. I get the impression he was just being a little bit too generous on that occasion. Control the ball and then go for goal. Good work, Rapuleg, Bantu FC over to the left-hand side, picked up by Matlabe. Lesotho pushing forward. It's an opportunity for a shot. It's struck directly off. Basti picked up, and another shot this time coming in from the right-hand side from Tebang Malane that drilled and is skewed wide. Just teed up, and I understand that they're trying to go for early shots and exploiting any opportunity that they get. It's the right move, it's the right decision. We've got an offside flag that's gone up. There we can see Crocodiles just a little bit too far past the last defender. Frustrating first 31 minutes for Nigeria. Lesotho will be quite content with this. Thinking that, as time moves on, they'll feel more confident. But Kadari picks it up. An option over to the right-hand side, picks out Moses Simon. Sure, he'll go past his man, he just absolutely loves it. Well, on this occasion. Frederick. Didi. Over to Basti and out wide. Eventually back over to Trusticon. To have a little bit more movement off the ball. Lovely work there from Moses Simon. And the attempt to try and get it over as quickly as on a first-time cross there from Frederick. It wasn't a bad idea. Trouble is, he was being very tightly marked, wasn't he, from that Stepo Chuluani. Hustling there from Osimhen. There's also something that he can do. If he just comes back an extra 5 meters away from his perch up front, then he might find himself, just putting pressure on the players who pick up possession. That's a decent ball. Now look, can he get his crossover? It's swatted away there by Sekouane. And there's still danger at the back, but great goalkeeping again. That's the reason why he's been the main man at the back for such a long time. Trusticon deals with it this time, otherwise Moko Kwane would have been pinching that and going on a little bit of a wander. Lookman, control, but the flag's gone up again. They're playing the offside trap quite well, aren't they, Lesotho? Likwena. Lookman again. Kadari not ready to take that. Left flat-footed, throw in for Lesotho. Well, there's a pull of hair there on Calvin Basti. Seramoto. Let's just have a look at this again. Yeah, that's not okay, is it? Well, he won't get away with that again, I don't think. Picked up on the right side from Frederick. Frederick out wide. Moses Simon. The delivery comes over. Little touch there, but the touch doesn't really take the ball into a place where Azidi can do something with it. It'll be better just letting the ball go over the top to find the teammates. There's the through ball off the heels of Calvin Basti, and the ball comes out to the right side. There's a chance for a delivery. It does come over. It's a little bit too high, but there's danger. And Lesotho giving Nigeria a scare with that delivery from the right, and it wasn't a bad one at all from Malane. So we'll look at this again. Wraps his right foot around it perfectly. It's a little bit too high for Sarah Motorbag, but look at these running lines. Onside, no is the answer to that. And Toronto Picked up by the linesman. 10 minutes to go in this first half. Again, lots of possession in the midfield. Lookman. Onto the right foot. That's the perfect delivery. Osimhen can't get a hold of it. Moses Simon picks it up just outside of the penalty box. Bides his time, uses his teammates. Benjamin Frederick, there's the delivery. Osimhen's header. Can't get away from his man. Can't peel off the defender there. Wakanate to really get that angle that he wanted. It was a good cross as well from the right side. Probably scored a few goals. Well, he definitely scored a few goals in that position, but still directly at the goalkeeper. Wilfred Ndidi. Frederick. Michele clears. Well, clumsy challenge by Mansau on Ndidi. But be careful, Lesotho. They know that they've got a big fight against this Nigerian side who are taller. That's a decent ball. Lookman. There it is. It's Osimhen. Not a great attempt at an overhead from Victor Osimhen, but caught with quite a lot of traffic around him. This is it. That's a Lookman pass. It's chested by Al-Qadari to Osimhen. But again, we saw that angled header from the cross from Moses Simon just moments earlier. We've seen him chest the ball and produce the acrobatics to score goals as well from that position there as well. That's a great battle, that is, and it will be a free kick over on that far side for Nigeria. Suisi Matlabe nearly manages to sneak past Benjamin Frederick. Nick at the arm, ever they've been locked together. Matlabe's header clears the danger. Throw in for Nigeria. So need to win. In fact, the draws really won't help anybody at this stage of it on match day night. You really do need to have goal clowns as the referee. Bassi. Lookman losing the ball. Goalkeeper Sekwani clears it. That's been the story so far. Down the line. Well, there's a good chance for Osimhen to try and do something with this. This is ideal. He hasn't got anybody coming up quick enough, and I think that he wanted to just get the ball moving quickly before the defence get back into position. And touch there. Alex Iwobi over to the right-hand side. Frederick. That's nicely done. Protects the ball well. There's Osimhen. Leaves it for this man here, Onyemaechi. He'll get a delivery. It comes over. That's a great header just outside of the 6-yard box from Thabo Makele. And former Stellenbosch and the Chipper United player doing a brilliant job of clearing that. Picked up again, this time on the right side with Frederick. Truce to Kong. Frederick down into the corner, Moses Simon. Back to Frederick, a little bit more movement. Osimhen, there's the delivery, it goes over, it's into the chance for him to get there, but he just... A defender gets in front of him and just cancels that out, but otherwise he would have been through. You know that he chests the ball down and then goes for the shot. Then at the other end, watch out, Lesotho. Lesotho coming forward into the penalty box. It's been set up and the snap shot goes high and away from the target, and the danger it comes to an end. But Chabanso scored 15 goals for Lesotho. Is a very dangerous player, and you know, when they get half chances, they try and take them. It's the story of their campaign, basically. The victories and the victory they weren't awarded, and the draws have been, some of the goals they've scored has come from literally the counter-attacking football that they played, and so they just caught the defence napping at their opponents, and then afterwards they run away and celebrate. Osimhen gets knocked over, free kick it is. Big contact there from Seppo Chuluani. Plays for the Lesotho defence force, and one of the teams inside of the Lesotho Premier League, just like the Lesotho Correctional Services FC, which is a team actually that's also coached by Leslie Notzi, the head coach here today for the national team. Onyemachi, the delivery, no one went for it. Defenders don't have anybody to challenge with in the air. There's the through ball, it's gone too far here on this quite fast surface. Perfectly groomed surface, if you don't mind me saying. Dream to play on this pitch, and of course it was used at the 2010 FIFA World Cup. Better than the pitch in Bloemfontein at the Toyota Stadium, where they Ola Aina, left back, of course, got injured against South Africa. That was the pitch wasn't great, was it? Back in September. This one, really top quality. Onyemachi, couple of minutes remaining, with a bit of extra, with some stoppage time surely. A bit of pressure on the back. Osimhen. Little nudge on the player on that far side there. Seppo Chuluani. Free kick for Lesotho. So Ben in, a guaranteed, a top two position, or finish if you like. If they win, and Nigeria don't, and South Africa are guaranteed a top two place if they win, and Nigeria and Rwanda fail to win. Nigeria need to win. Really have their fair share of clean-cut chances, the Super Eagles. They seek their 7th appearance at a FIFA World Cup. Didn't go to Qatar, they missed out. 2018 they were there though, group stage, and then 2014 of course getting themselves to the round of 16 in Brazil. 2010 also in the group stage here in South Africa. They missed Germany 2006, the group stage in 2002. Round of 16 in 94 as well, so a good idea of what they've managed to achieve over time. And of course, talking about FIFA World Cup 2030 will be the second FIFA World Cup that will be hosted by an African nation, Morocco, of course, with Portugal and Spain. Last few seconds of the first half, Lesotho increasing the pressure. There was a cross-field pass like that. They won't. That's out, apologises to Tabang Malani. Alex Nwobi, will we see a goal before the end of the first half? Crocodiles picks it up. Support coming in from Alex Iwobi. Need to see more movement. Moses Simon has switched with Adamola Lukman. Goes left. The Paris FC man wins the corner. 1 minute added time. We've got a chance to see this sent over. But of course, Lesotho will be piling up that 6-yard box with blue, white, and blue and white jerseys as they try and diffuse anything that comes in their direction. So Kwani's been doing a pretty good job in the Lesotho goal so far. Big difference in size of some of the players, of course, as you can see. Kadare is a giant. Victor Osimhen. Let's see where this is going to go. Alex Iwobi there. Calvin Bassey as well. There's the delivery! Oh, it just flies wide from Kadare's head. That was a great opportunity. That really was. And, looking for his third goal for Nigeria. Wolverhampton Wanderers man on his own. They're ready to connect properly with that Moses Simon corner, and well, it's goalless at the end of the first half here at the Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane. What's going through the mind of Eric Shell, the Nigerian coach, I do not know at the moment, but he's probably saying, we're not losing, now we've got to sort things out in the second half. But Lesotho's defence, very strong and sturdy so far, and they're putting in a pretty good shift and looking quite good at the back. There's work to be done, but at half-time it's Lesotho 0, Nigeria 0. Going to take a break. Second half coming up in a few moments here at the Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane for this Group C 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying clash between Lesotho and Nigeria. a few moments to discuss a few things with his players in the changing rooms. Nigeria are being held by Lesotho here in this 9th clash of 10 in CAF qualifying in Group C for 2026 FIFA World Cup. And Leslie Notzi's men doing a stern, a firm and solid job at the back to just prevent Nigeria from scoring. Now as we get the second half underway here, Nigeria pushing forward constantly, just unable to break the deadlock. And Nigeria need to win and really to give them a chance to push through to the final match day 10 to still seek qualification for their 7th FIFA World Cup. And Lesotho, well, they need to win their 2 last games and just hope that the other results go their way. And that's a possible scenario because at the moment, the other 2 matches, we don't have any goals. Rwanda is goalless between Rwanda and Benin, and Zimbabwe and South Africa as it stands. High ball over the top, and there's the header there from Osimhen. Again, the defenders for this Lesotho team are just really tight and really making life complicated for Osimhen. Now the big man, Tolo Onokadari, 6'6", and then afterwards you got Lookman and Simon, Moses Simon, who are trying to work their magic down the left and the right side. So it's just not happening. High balls over the top. There's they're just getting in the way, diffusing pretty much everything that comes in their direction. Decent check that was from Calvin Bassey to clear the danger. That's not a ball. He just couldn't latch onto that, or a Kadari from Osimhen. Otherwise he could have been away. Matlabe sends the ball over there, met by Calvin Bassey, the Fulham player, getting in the way, clears the danger. He's a handful, to say the least, at left back, of course, so wherever he plays in defence, can play centre back as well. The throw-in will be taken here by the Africa Stars player, Tabang Malani. Solid work from Benjamin Frederick. Touch there, and Alex Iwobi couldn't race off the little pass there from Tolo Akadari. Frustration continues for this must-win game for Nigeria. Same scenario for Lesotho. You know, it's exactly the same. Have to win. Draws are not going to really help out anybody. And the goalless between the other 2, the 4 teams, the 2 clashes that are taking place, they kicked off exactly the same time here in Group C. Crocodiles getting the ball back to Frederick. Edie getting involved. Frederick squares the ball to Iwobi. That's a good ball into the midfield. There a chance for them to push forward. There's Simon who gets the ball out to the left-hand side here. Onyemaechi getting involved. And we'll get through the midfield at the moment. We'll give him a little bit of confidence. There's the delivery. Osimhen does really well. Kadari just gets in them a little bit too heavily, apparently, Osimhen, so it's going to be a free kick for Lesotho. There you go, there's the contacts there from the Galatasaray forward. Picked up by the former Enyimba Lobi Stars player, Stanley Nwabali. Fancy for Onyemaechi. Frederick. Good work, very good work from Lookman. Good work from Ndidi. Not getting frustrated and rattled by Tabanso. Moses Simon, delivery into the penalty box. There's a little touch there. Oh my word, is there anything there? The referee says nothing. And the ball's been quickly fired upfield. diffused quite quickly by the Nigerian defence. And comes in William Troost-Ekong. Going to try and communicate with the referee. That's a good through ball to Ndidi. Controls the ball well. Alex Iwobi picks it up. Nicely done. Here's Frederick. A little bit of support from Lookman. Lookman goes the other way, deals with his man, gets the ball across. Very close there for Arakadare, the goalkeeper and the defender. Just unable to, just getting in the way. And he tried to flick it past, but a little bit of sneaky play there from the big Wolverhampton Wanderers man. But look at this from Lookman. Just takes Seppo Chilowani and gets past him. Good ball across. Goalkeeper does well once again, Sekoane. Down on the ground though. Not the player that you want off injured at the start of the second half. The magic sponge should help for Leslie Notzi's goalkeeper, who's a former goalkeeper of course, and he knows a lot about those little injuries he can pick up, and definitely knows how important Moirani Sekoane is goalkeeper here in the Lesotho penalty box. Nigeria drawn 5-1-2 and lost 1. It's a campaign that really has been very complicated for the West African Giants. Basley was talking this week and just underlining the importance of remaining calm and just to rely on their experience. Moses Simon dispossessed into the midfield. Too fast and furious for Tabanso to latch onto. And he says it's not the first time that we have been in high pressure moments. An experienced team who can handle it. They do need to do everything right, and at the moment they're still waiting to try and get that opportunity. And I think with the other two matches goalless, of course the Nigerian goal would propel them up, and to just a point behind the two leaders, Benin and South Africa. There's the delivery, it's headed away at the front post, it's still around, the shot comes in from Moses Simon, it's a penalty, and it's been handballed by Lesotho, and it will give Victor Osimhen the chance to fire in from the penalty spot, and Seppo Chilowani gets the touch with his hand, he's the block, no, it's the left hand there of Motlomelo Mwakanaze. And coming from the shot there from Moses Simon. Well, William Troost-Ekong has taken the ball. He's going to lead by example and try and drill this in past Moirani Sekoane, who's been solid at the back. Good opportunity for the Al Khaloud player and captain of this Nigerian team, just to give them the confidence. Big moment this is. William Troost-Ekong for Nigeria with that right foot of his. He drills it into the corner. Nigeria take the lead. A perfectly taken spot kick for the captain of this Nigerian team. The Super Eagles are celebrating, and such an important goal. It comes at the start of the second half from the Al Khaloud central defender. How important was that? Goal number 8 for his country, his 80th match playing. It all came from the Moses Simon. It came off the leg and touched the hand of Wakanaze. Just look at the way he drilled it into the corner, despite the fact that Sekoane went the right way. And that was just perfectly tucked in that corner to beat the Lesotho goalkeeper. 1-0 for Nigeria. And that has just nudged them up to 14 points. 1 point behind Benin and South Africa, who are both playing out goalless draws at the moment. The clearance finally coming for Nigeria. It all came from some good work down the right-hand side to get the ball over towards Moses Simon, the Paris FC winger, who's putting in some fine shifts playing for the Ligue 1 side, having joined from Nantes last summer. Trusticon down to the corner. And carried forward there by Frederick. He's going on a bit of a wander there. Oh, that's not the right pass, is it? Wilfred Ndidi in between who he's going to pass to. There's Lookman who's going, no, I wasn't there. That wasn't my pass. It was nowhere near my pass. Bassi tidies up at the back. Long ball once again. That's a decent header. Osimhen gets the ball out to Lookman. Excellent play there from Arakadari as well, just using his partner in crime up front. Lookman, the ball comes back. The shot coming in. It's a decent shot as well from that man, Alex Iwobi. But straight at the goalkeeper, Sekoane. And you can feel there's a little bit of a buzz about this Nigerian side. Get the confidence, and they're very difficult to deal with. Alex Iwobi unable to thread that ball through to Moses Simon. Such a big fan of this man here. He loves to take on players. He's got great pace, and what he does for club and country is just top quality. Got the shot in that saw Nigeria pick up the penalty, of course, with the handling of the ball from Motlomelo Mwakanaze. They go again. There's a nice opportunity. Oh, he's been brought down. That's going to be another penalty. Surely no, says the referee. That, well, allows Lesotho to go on a counter, but Seramuta Bang is racing away, but the referee's blown the whistle, potentially for offside. Wilfred Ndidi is looking at the referee. We have a change here. Well, Tabancho is going off, and he's being replaced here by Sefali. Sebang. Well, this time it's Sekoane who just kicks the ball out desperately. Osimhen, you can see that the Super Eagles have they pounced, and they're looking dangerous. They're eager to get the ball rolling, to just build off this energy that they've got from that goal, from the penalty. And Ndidi just allows Bassi to come and get that ball. As it will be out to Simon. Simon on the left foot, it comes across, it's drilled away. Long range shot, it's a rasping drive there from Alex Iwobi. And the Fulham midfielder really struck it well, didn't he? Clearance came there from Malani. Look at that, that wasn't far off. It was a half volley. So quick, and a little touch from Sekoane to force to put it out for a corner. Ademola Lookman this time. Seputulawade. Referee from Chad. Jim Mahame calming things down in the penalty box before they go again. Lookman, check for the big guys in the penalty box. Taken short. Moses Simon. Oh, puts it on the right foot. There's delivery. Oh, it's not bad, is it? This time Didi latches and makes contact with it, but it's hit with so much force that it kind of, well, he's fighting to get himself into the right position. Just look at that from Moses Simon. Got up really well and just quickly came over. It came over so swiftly that he was really trying to make that adjustment in the air. Well, the Besiktas man can't steer in a second. It's 60 minutes gone. Trusticon and Didi. It goes up again. Arakadare looking to try and get the ball over the shot. Goes to Lookman. It's gone too far. The referee, the goalkeeper, Sekuane, realizes that no one was going to chase that. Rwanda 0, Benin 0, Zimbabwe 0, South Africa 0. Little deflection is Safali with his first chance since coming on. High ball right over the top. Great ball back. No one's come back to help. It's tend to try and get it over there. Referee got in the way. Surely they're going to pick up possession there. Yeah. It's accidental. Good drive from Rapoleng, the Bantu FC midfielder, but straight at the goalkeeper. And we have got a change with Arakadare, who's going to come off. And the big centre forward replaced by Evans Zakor. Jerome Adams. The attack they go, and the goalkeeper does well just to make sure that that's safe inside of his own penalty box. Oh, it's been given away. Here it is. Lookman, Victor Osimhen tries to get it over off the post. It's still in play. It's been pulled back. A chance for a shot onto the left foot, onto the right. Here it is. Oh, it's great save from the goalkeeper. Wow. And how about that for an incredible opportunity there. First of all, the through ball. Does he get a little touch to it? I think he does. Sekuane wonderfully pulled back. And just look at the wily work there from Moses Simon. Off the player at the back, Makele, the central defender. And another chance here for Nigeria. They are most definitely making life complicated. Wilfred Ndidi squares the ball to Alex Iwobi. Goal scoring opportunity every minute. A go-go for the Super Eagles at the moment. Iwobi. Benjamin Frederick. Trusticon. Adams getting his first cap for Nigeria. That's, he's going to get a yellow card for that. Lookman needs to walk away. Trusticon coming down to just calm things down. The first yellow card for Nigerian. Well, there's the kick from behind. I think that definitely deserves a yellow card as well. Oh, he just touched his shirt, didn't he? There's nothing more than that. Just pull on the jersey. So I can understand that Ademola Lookman's frustration there, but show another yellow card. Victor Osimhen needs to be a little bit calm here. No need to get rattled. A lot of discussions taking place here, but Chustikov, he swiftly came in just to calm down Ademola Lookman. There's no need for that, but just look at this. That is... he did really well, didn't he, Sekwani, to really get close to the ball in that corner. Any closer towards the middle, and that would have been saved, but perfectly placed, meticulous penalty taken there from the captain, William Chustikov, and the central defender firing Nigeria ahead. Akor Adams, of course, coming on and getting his chance to shine. He played as a Nigeria under-20s player, but he's never played for the senior side, so first cap for the centre forward. And you know, we talked about Arakadari being 6'6". Adams is actually 6'3", just to give you an idea. So there's no really change of crazy tactics where we're going to bring on, you know, someone who might be a little bit quicker and sharper, maybe more technical, you know, and agile. No, it's not the case. He's got someone who's got all of those traits. Don't worry about it. But you know, he's also a big guy because they need to have a big guy in the air. They've spotted that it's good to have, you know, a tall striker on the pitch just to cause problems in that Lesotho defence. They have been rattled, and they have given away a penalty, and they've done a brilliant job. But the fact is that to have a big guy in there next to Osimhen, with the likes of Iwobi just distributing the ball through the middle and out wide, yeah, it's a good formula that Eric Schell has found with Arakadari. Can it work with Adams? We are midway through the second half. Everybody's back up on their feet now, and Chustikov with the goal that separates these two teams. Nwabali picks it up at the back. Nicknamed the Tank when he was at Enyimba. You can understand why. He is quite a big guy, isn't he? Don't get in his way. Oh, little slip from Bassi, and it goes to Frederick. Bit of contact there on Lookman. Contact there on the Atalanta player. Words from the referee, and I think it's probably the right time because it's starting to get a little bit feisty out there going into the final quarter with Mokokwane getting tangled up there with Lookman, and a free kick that's going to be taken here. Hit high, little flick, Victor Osimhen, Moses Simon does really well. Let's come over the top. Lookman trying to come around the outside and ghost in to latch onto that ball, but it's not happening. Chustikov with the header. Soto with the throw-in. Seramotibang working well, tries to protect the ball. It will be a free kick, just a little bit of holding and on Motibang, and that's the call from the referee from Chad. And a free kick. Got to be so alert. There you go, just a little bit of holding, but from both sides you can see that they've both been at it. Benjamin Frederick and Motibang makes the referee see that he is definitely down on the ground. The resulting free kick. This is where Nigeria have to be solid if they want to prevent a goal from going in. He's not going to take this. He's going to have his teammate come down and take this one. See Ahmed Lavi. Nwabali trying to organise that defensive line. Let's see how well organised it is when it flies over into the penalty box. There's the free kick. He got on the end of it. That wasn't too bad, was it? You can see that the big man, Makele, stoops and makes contact. Samuel Chukwueze will come on, just going to that midfield position. I wonder if Wilfred Ndidi will come off. No. It's going to be Lookman. He's just a little bit frustrated. And he picked up that yellow card. First touch of the ball, gets the ball back to Bassi. Ball over to Onya Meshi. He's out of play though. Chukwueze, another Fulham player, of course, just like Alex Iwobi and Calvin Bassi. The confirmation of the change there. 48th appearance for Nigeria for the 26-year-old. Trustakong out wide to Frederick. Chukwueze. Alex Iwobi just leaves it for Bassi over to the left-hand side. This is good work. Little touch there for Adams. He's the big man that we talked about. Not a bad delivery, there's just no one there on the far post, but Chukwueze picks it up, looking for the 1-2 opportunity. No, he's not going to take it. Nicely done, Frederick. Frederick, high ball, oh, comes over, it's too easy. It's a tame effort there for Sekoane, who, as I said before, has been very solid. It's going to be straight back for Nwabali, the coast-to-coast upfield long ball sent by Sekoane. Bassi, 18 minutes to go, and scenario still remains the same. Oh, it's a chance, and defense not panicking, but just clearing the ball in whichever way they possibly can. Zimbabwe, South Africa, goalless still. Little chip there to Adams. Adams trying to get there first. Doesn't have enough pace to deal with Tabang Malane. Trustakong with the header. Miscommunication there between the two players over on the far side. You can see that Onya Meshi and Moses Simon should have been communicating a little bit better there. Utamexera and Toluani going off. Mukashani and Kalake coming on. Kalake given the job to try and score goals. And Neil Mokachani as well, very dangerous player. Trustakong, defensive header. Frederick unable to latch on to that. It's quickly taken by Matlabe. Good idea to try and thread the ball through. There's Wilfred Ndidi. As it stands, it could be a very good operation here for Nigeria. And with Benin and South Africa on 15 points each, Nigeria have 14 now. And of course the final clash is South Africa against Rwanda, match day 10. And the big one, Nigeria against Benin. They're both big, they're both massive in fact. And that's the scenario because of the penalty scored by William Troost-Ekong. This is all about game management now, and Eric Schell will be very stressed about the next 15 minutes and how his team perform. Lesotho would love to get a goal back, fully capable of doing so as well. They've been the party poopers throughout the campaign with some great results, to be honest with you. Holding Rwanda on the road in Kigali. And also holding Benin in a home clash as well. And Nigeria as well in Uyo, so you get the idea. Here's Alex Iwobi, Osimhen to his right, Moses Simon to the left-hand side, Adams is coming up as well. Moses Simon puts it on that left foot, lofts it over the top, there's the header, it's pulled back, they're going to hit the shot, the flag has gone up for offside. Now Osimhen looks across to the linesman and realises, I just breached that invisible line, and there it is. Very easily spotted there by the linesman. A wasted opportunity. You still have to be diligent. You still have to be meticulous in what you're doing and not take your finger off the pulse of the game at any second. And on that occasion, it could have been a really good scoring opportunity. I'm sure that's going to annoy Eric Schell. Adams goes down. Crushing in from behind is Montlemelo Mwakanaze. Nigeria go again. Bossing possession. Back to Bassi. Troost-Ekong. The wonderful thing is Alex Iwobi trying to thread the ball through. It's been picked up by Osimhen. Behind him he's got Adams. Decides not to go for it. Here's Chukwueze. There's the through ball. It's been picked up by Osimhen. Osimhen! Oh, it comes off the post. A touch for the goalkeeper from Sekoane. But lovely skills there from Victor Osimhen. He is so dangerous. His stop-start control is so deceivingly difficult to deal with. Look at that. It was a great effort, but a great piece of goalkeeping too from Muirane Sekoane. The corner that follows with 12 minutes to go. Chukwueze, the header there from Victor Osimhen is tame-ish. Pounced on quite comfortably from Sekoane, the Orbit College player based in South Africa. These Nigerian fans are happy, but they'll be a lot more happy if the scoreline remains the same in about 15 minutes. That's the angled header. Onyemaechi defending well. Throw in for Likwena into the midfield. Well, it's the advantage has been played here. Victor Osimhen thought he was going to go for the long-range shot. That's a great ball over to the left-hand side. Adams, can he get a shot in? There's your goal, the second, and then comes from Adams on his debut. Fantastic pass from Victor Osimhen, and a sublime finish there from Adams. I mean, how unselfish was that from the Galatasaray frontman? And look at what it means to him. The Sevilla man on his debut scoring a second goal, and such a vital goal for the Super Eagles. It all came from that Wilfred Ndidi upfield ball into the path of Victor Osimhen. Squares it over. Look how he gets rid of his man. Puts it on his left foot and slams it into the corner. Low drive, beating Murarani Sekoane, the big man, with a fine strike indeed. And all of Nigeria is bouncing following that fine effort. And Eric Schell must be going, wow, this is exactly what we needed. Lesotho 0, Nigeria 2. Improving their chances of qualification. And in the other two games, it's still goalless. Rwanda, Benin, Zimbabwe, South Africa. 1 point separates these two teams. Separates these three teams, of course, with South Africa and Benin still at the top on 15 points. Good work there from Benjamin Frederick just to get in the way. The clearance has been made. 9 minutes to go. Lesotho eager to hit back. So that's a very big blow coming from that man Adams. The resulting corner. Stanley Nwabali. Organising his troops at the back to make sure that everybody is marked, because they are dangerous. They showed it before. Let's see if they can get away from their markers and find someone spare. Lesotho, the Crocodiles are hungry. Can they snap up something from this set piece? It comes outstanding. Oh, it's got in! They scored the goal! Look at that! There was a mishap in the defence. And the goal scored there from Kalake. He's only just come on. The substitute. And what a mishap that was from Stanley Nwabali in his defence. He pushes it away. Straight into the path of Kalake, who takes full advantage with that volley over the top. And no one can get there, but it came from the goalkeeping error from the Chipper United man. And look at that, we talked about the defensive frailties of this Nigerian squad. That was a perfect example. Now they've got to be very careful indeed, because the Crocodiles, they've snapped up their goal. Can they get a second? Plenty of drama. There's the header there going back to the goalkeeper. 7 minutes to go. Kalake with the goal. Following the Adams second, 3 minutes previous. And it's Rapoleng, the Bantu FC player, who's going to be coming off now. Faleuli is the player coming on. To add an extra little bit of zip in that midfield. Good work, this is Chukwueze. Oh, he goes down, there's a double foul there, but the advantage being played. A free kick there as Simon and Chukwueze both coming off their feet. It just goes to tell you that you just can't think that everything's done and dusted until the final whistle. The little clip of the ankle there coming from Kalake, the goal scorer. Oh no, Moses Simon, and then the follow-up foul, of course, on Chukwueze. Frederick gets a good cross, very deep, right over the top. But of course, Osimhen. Alex Iwobi. It's a good ball as well. Chukwueze got to play out to the right-hand side. Oh, the touch there is just a little bit too far away, too fast for Adams. Good idea, though. Could have even pushed it out down into the right-hand corner. The long ball once again. Oh, it's a miss! And it's the Lesotho shot! It's saved by that man, Bali. Otherwise, that could have been a second goal. And that would have shaken things up. Mokoshane is the player. And the mistake from Bruno Niamechi. Have to be vigilant. You have to be meticulous. Or they'd be knocked off the ball there, and that is the foul. Wilfred Ndidi. A tense finish to this Group C encounter. We'll go right to the We'll go right to the wire with this scoreline and the other scenarios between Zimbabwe, South Africa, Rwanda, Benin. Benjamin Frederick goes off. Or not. Just got a little bit of a wander. Picked up. There you go. That's Adams doing really well. There's the delivery. Chukwueze, a little bit too far for Moses Simon to get to, over his head and out for a throw-in. And a long ball, they've just got to be super smart, good placed in the midfield. High ball comes over, it's not as high as you would like, but you've got to choose Tekong, just allows him to pitch that. And there's the block. Have to deal with it. They have to communicate better. Tekong dispossessed in the penalty box. Come on. Just goes to show how lively these Lesotho players are. They sneaky, wily and cunning every time that the ball goes into the Nigerian half. Corner, Lesotho looking for an equaliser, 3 minutes to go. That's gone too far. Slightly overcooked. Chard even goes out for a goal kick. Whipped in by Rasahino Mokokoane, Matlama FC player. Over 2 minutes remaining, with added time, of course. Victor Osimhen. Matlabi climbing all over his back, but the call is that he leaned into him, purposely looking at the player, knocking him off balance. Well, Moses Simon goes off. And Victor Osimhen as well. And these are the changes, of course. Semi Ajayi coming on. The goal in the reverse fixture against Lesotho in Uyo. Moses Simon. And Sanusi Zedu comes on for him. Good bit of running. Let's see if the pace is there. That's the best way to deal with that. Drill it into the stands because you got a new fast player who's just come on. Fresh legs can cause plenty of issues. To the last minute we go. Will be a few extra minutes of added time, guaranteed. Just because of the couple of incidents that we had at the top of the start of the second half. A couple of little injuries that. With the Ademola Lookman yellow card. Sekoane, play it down. There's Thabo Makele, over to the right-hand side. Lesotho. So they'll probably get a 5 minutes plus of added time to try and get the stoppage time to get an extra goal, to get an equaliser, and to silence Nigeria if they can. Nigeria would love to sit on this and have everything just be set up in the same way, but they're on the attack once again. Players coming back in numbers. Good opportunity for a decent ball over the far post. It's been pulled back. There's danger here. They've got to be very vigilant and careful because Matlave can strike the ball well, but not on that occasion. He just hits it wide. The excellent header with Wilfred Ndidi. 5 minutes of added time is the stoppage time, as you can see. Will this be a fabulous operation for Nigeria? A draw doesn't help any of the two teams. And Lesotho, if they don't get a win, they won't have a chance of finishing in the top two positions. And one of those lucrative second place finishes. Alex Iwobi getting in the way, comes to the rescue. And just flies over the head of Chukwueze. Makule into the middle over to the right-hand side there and carried forward. Good work down the right side. Excellent 1-2. And a ball that comes across. There's the shot. It's not a great shot. You need to clear that if you want to survive and get the win. Kicked away. Frantic defending. Another decent attempt at a header, but there's a player, two players down. In fact, a clash of heads. And Benin have scored against Rwanda. And how about that? Must be the last few minutes of that clash as well. The leaders in Group C have now moved to 17 points. That means that Nigeria at the moment are on 14, South Africa 15, and Benin 17. Away to Rwanda. It's going to go to the wire still because one team can qualify tonight. The match they get is going to shut up a lot of interest. So I don't know what you're doing in a few days' time with for the last clashes. Because I can promise you that it's going to be very interesting indeed. That's the group standings. Benin at the top with 17, South Africa 15, Nigeria 14. Nigeria hosts Benin in the final clash. South Africa will play Rwanda. Ball comes in once again. The clearance has been made. 1.5 minutes to go. Sekoane sends it high. It's gone very high, straight into the hands of Nwabali. The 14th of October. 4 days' time, of course. Tuesday night. Just make sure that you're going to be watching, because two clashes that are going to be super exciting to watch. South Africa will play Rwanda. Nigeria will play Benin. Oh, the through ball perfectly delivered, and Chukwueze can't get it back over to Adams. And it goes out and it's going to be picked up. So they're not in any rush to race over there and take the corner, but now it's up to Lesotho to come back and defend as we enter the last minute of stoppage time. Haven't put too many players up into the penalty box, but dealt with by Sekoane. They've got lots of Nigerians back in defence. As you see, they've got to make sure that this is safely diffused. Bassi does the first job correctly. last few seconds. Nail-biting moments here for all of the Nigerians who are watching around the world. Have to get the result to stay in contention. All the communication! Oh, is it going to go in? It's gone past the post! What a mess up at the back! And a golden opportunity for Busi Matlabe, who pokes the ball through. But look at this. Nobali. And then he gets in the way of Didi. And if that would have gone in, that would have been a massive blow to their chances of qualifying. Look at that. It was Ajayi impact. Heartbreaking moments there for Matlabe. You can see it is very tense, and the referee is still not blown the final whistle. Now he has, and Nigeria can breathe a sigh of relief. They've managed to get the win that will still offer them a chance of qualifying to their 7th FIFA World Cup. How many times have they done it the hard way? How many times have they just managed to scrape through? But how many defensive blunders do we have to see until they actually do get themselves qualified? Your guess is as good as mine. The end of this 9th clash of 10. Lesotho 1, Nigeria 2. 3 points in the bag for Eric Shell's men as they stay alive and continue their quest to somehow find themselves qualified for next year's 2026 FIFA World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and the United States of America. It's the end of the road for Lesotho. They needed to win tonight, but they will no longer be able to finish in the top 2 positions. But all credit to Likwena. The Crocodiles were valiant in defeat, and they nearly got that goal through that man Matlabe. Oh, he came so close. He can be very proud of himself despite that miss at the end, and you can see that it's heartbreaking, but wow. What a game, full of drama as per you. Lesotho, Nigeria, you can see that it's difficult to take because they had their scoring opportunities. They looked like they were going to get an equaliser as well, but obviously difficult, very difficult for them to digest. But look at this from Victor Osimhen. They've got one last chance, and it comes on Tuesday night. They return home to Nigeria, the West African nation, where Uyo will be the main stage for the Super Eagles to swoop in and qualify potentially for next year's FIFA World Cup. The Godswill Akpabio International Stadium in Uyo. And that clash, of course, on Tuesday night will be one almighty battle between the team who are top of the table on 17 points as it stands because they're 1-0 up away to Rwanda. South Africa second, currently on 15 because they're being held by Zimbabwe, and Nigeria on 14. And of course the top position, top team going through from each group, and then those 4 best second place positions across the 9 groups. Those 4 teams will go into a playoff, continental playoff. And this is what it looks like. Benin, 17 points. They managed to hold on and beat Rwanda by a goal to nil. South Africa is second, held by Zimbabwe. And on 15 points, Nigeria now move up to just 1 point behind South Africa, 3 behind the team they'll play on Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching.